Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the online classes. We are doing geography, agriculture and major food crops of India. In our previous class we have studied about rice and wheat. Now the third is millets. We'll talk about these food crops. There are altogether 6 points I have written over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in our next class we'll talk about maize. Jowar, bajra and ragi are the important millet crops grown in India. These are the crops grown in drier regions. And they are known as coarse grain. Why it is called coarse grain? It is called coarse grain because it is quite difficult to digest. It is not just like rice and wheat. Rice and wheat we can digest easily, but these are coarse grain. It is quite difficult to digest, but they have got very high nutritional value. So you can see number 2. They have very high nutritional value. For example, they contain lot of nutrients, micronutrients and even roughage, which is very beneficial for our body. They have very high nutritional value. For example, such as ragi is rich in iron, calcium and other micronutrients. Micro means very little amount we need, such as magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, zinc. They are micronutrients. We require them in very minute quantities. So other micronutrients are also available. Ragi provides us. And roughage, we need roughage. So you have learned this roughage in science. So now number 3, this is about jowar. Jowar is the third important food crop. Why it is written third important? With respect to area and production. First comes after rice, then comes wheat, then comes jowar. It is the third most important food crops of India, eaten by especially the poor people who live in dry regions, and the area and production is also very big. So now, according to the area and production, it is the third important crop consumed by the people of India. So now, here number 4, this crop, jowar, this crop hardly needs irrigation. Since it is grown in drier regions, it is rain-fed crop. Farmers, they grow and the rain helps them. So they do not need irrigation. So this crop hardly needs irrigation. They are rain-fed crops. Maharashtra is the largest producer of jowar, followed by Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. These states which are quite in the central part of India and they are in the rain shadow area. Here it does not rain much, practically semi-arid regions. Here this jowar grows plenty, people grow them. Bajra, now second comes bajra. Bajra grows well in sandy soil. It grows well in sandy soil. It also requires black soil and red soil. There also it grows. Since it is a crop of the dry region, Rajasthan is the largest producer of bajra. So in Rajasthan, it grows, followed by Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Haryana. These regions also having less rainfall. These regions here, people or farmers grow bajra. Now here comes ragi. Ragi is the crop of dry region. Ragi, I think you have heard in Hindi also, that is called marwa. So ragi is the crop of dry region. Karnataka is the largest producer of ragi, South India. Karnataka is the largest producer followed by Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Jharkhand, and are also important producer of ragi. All these crops are millets. They are grouped under the heading of millets, and they are quite nutritious. Only thing, you cannot have them in plenty. You cannot have them much because it is very difficult to digest. Our body is not used to that. But the people who live in these regions where it grows, they eat these foods. That is their staple diet. But for us, because we are used to eat rice and wheat, chapatis. So if we eat these millets and in your full stomach, then you will have upsets because it's very difficult to digest. So we are not used to that much. So, but it is very, very nutritional. It contains high value of iron, calcium, micronutrients, even roughage. So it provides us this vitamins, minerals, and roughages. So this is all about millets, third important crop of our country, which is practically grows in semi-arid regions. Very hardly they require irrigations. But since in the central part of India, that is semi-arid regions, rain shadow areas, most of the people, they depend on these food crops. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class and continue our lesson in agriculture. We'll talk about millets and non-food crops, and other crops are also there. Non-food crops and medicinal crops, commercial crops. There are various type of crops which we grow in our country. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. We'll meet in the next class and carry on our lessons. That's all.